Be cool, be kind, be classy. The cupcakes so sweet and sexy. Have fun, enjoy the journey. Just have a good attorney. No big whoop, no biggie. She lives near New York City. Not just a YouTube show. When you know, you better grab a straw. Learn about the law. It's cool here in the shade, sipping motions of lemonade. Cool heads will prevail, kindness will never fail. Be classy and vastly wise. Oh, Melanie Little is going live. Oh no, where is Melanie? Follow the island's melody. Is a concert within reach. No surprise, she's at Jones Beach. She heard some music far away. Captain Jack Stack Harbor Bay. He sings and his piano plays. Not all sounds are waterways. Speaking Yiddish and Latin, it's not just for Manhattan. It's for Goethe and Machegas. Ridiculous that insanus. Oy vey, Marcus. Proset, that's for schmucks. Be cool, be kind, be classy. My cupcakes are sweet and sassy. Not just a YouTube show. When you know. Cool heads will prevail. Kindness will never fail. Be classy and vastly wise. Melanie Little is going live.
Afternoon. Good afternoon, my friends, cupcakes, everyone. Welcome. Will we witness a Christmas miracle today? Will we see Kelsey Fitzsimmons released to the custody of her father? Her stepfather and her mother today? Will Judge McCarthy-Neyman allow it? I was advised yesterday today's judge was going to be Judge Drechsler, but it is in fact, according to the court calendar, Kathleen McCarthy-Neyman. Please do not disparage the judge in the chat because we don't want to do that. Good vibes only today. Good vibes only. She will be there in person. They've asked for a habeas corpus to bring her to court. She will be there in person. And just as I predicted yesterday, shortly after we ended the stream yesterday, Tim Bradel and Martha Coakley filed an emergency motion based on change of circumstances. They have scheduled a hearing for today at 2 p.m. and we are going to watch it together. But first, we need to look at the papers. So that's why I scheduled it for 1:30. And second, we need to hope that Kelsey will be going home soon. She will not be able to see her baby because remember, there's been temporary orders issued and there was a stipulation between Kelsey and Justin that Kelsey would have no contact with her baby. And that is in family court. And so even if she does go home today, she will not be allowed to have any contact with her baby boy, even though you may think she should. The parties have stipulated that she will not have any contact with the baby. And that could be a strategy play in family court. We'll see how it shakes out today. But everyone put your prayer hands up and let's hope that we get to see some kind of Christmas miracle today based on the papers that I'm going to read to you now. Prayers up. This was filed yesterday. I don't have a stamped copy. I'm not sure what time, but it was sometime after we finished our stream yesterday. And this is in the Commonwealth versus KelseyFitzsimmons. Defendant's motion for an expedited hearing and an in-person writ of habeas corpus to issue due to change in circumstances. And you can bet the second that SJC decision dropped, Tim and Courtney were working on this motion because a defense attorney and his staff never get a day off. Never. Now comes the defendant, Kelsey Fitzsimmons, through counsel and respectfully moves this court on an expedited basis to reopen the dangerousness determination pursuant to General Law 276, 58A and B, and immediately reinstate the prior conditions of release previously ordered by this court. Further, Ms. Fitzsimmons requests for an in-person writ of habeas corpus to issue to Western Massachusetts Women's Correctional Facility in Chicopee, Mass, returnable for tomorrow, December 23rd, 2025. This court previously found that conditions of release existed that could reasonably assure the safety of the community and ordered Ms. Fitzsimmons released under conditions including GPS monitoring, house arrest, abstinence from alcohol, and scram alcohol monitoring. Ms. Fitzsimmons was remanded to custody because she was physically unable to comply with scram breath testing due to acute injuries from a gunshot wound to the chest. Significant time has passed since Ms. Fitzsimmons' remand to custody. During that time, her gunshot-related injuries, including rib fractures and lung trauma, have healed sufficiently to allow her to breathe into the alcohol testing device. Ms. Fitzsimmons has been tested in the medical department of the correctional facility. And is now able to exhale at the average force for an individual with her demographics. See medical report from Western Massachusetts Women's Correctional Facility Medical Unit filed herewith. Ms. Fitzsimmons is now physically able to comply with scram breath testing without physical incapacity or resultant injury. This constitutes a material change in circumstances under General Law 276-58A4 and directly resolves the sole condition the court previously identified as preventing continued release. Section 58A4 expressly permits reopening where a change in circumstances has a material bearing on whether conditions of release can reasonably assure the safety of the community. The condition that previously rendered release not possible, scram compliance, no longer exists. You're going to see as we read further into this, they gave Kelsey a breathing device in jail for her to be able to practice in her cell. Further, both Superior Court, Judge Drechsler, and the Supreme Judicial Court have noted that such a motion is appropriate if there's a change in circumstances. Wherefore, the defendant respectfully requests for an in-person writ of habeas corpus to issue, returnable for tomorrow, December 23rd, 2025, an immediate reinstatement of the same conditions of release previously ordered. XOXO, Tim Bradel, Martha Coakley. Here, oops, what's going on here? Stop. Here's a medical report from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, Hampden County Sheriff's Office, Nicholas Cochi, C-O-C-C-H-I, if that's how you pronounce it, Sheriff. The report is for Kelsey Fitzsimmons, and it's dated 11/24/25, which was almost 30 days ago. And it says, type medical, location, Women's Correctional Center Health Services. And it says plan, medical alerts, treatments, med alert, patient given Valdyne, VOLDYNE, volumetric exerciser. Start date was 11/24/25. I think that was right before Thanksgiving. General, it says notes, patient seen in visiting to give volumetric exerciser, Valdyne 5000. Patient in no distress seated when this writer arrived. Met with patient and she was able to use the device. She was able to perform deep breathing and was able to mark the volume of air inspired with each inhalation. Mouthpiece was used correctly as she was able to make a seal around the mouthpiece. 3 to 4 inhalations were performed. Volume recorded was 2100, 2500, 2300, and 2300. I'm sure, because we do have, I think, maybe the smartest chat on the internet. I'm sure that we have a respiratory therapist in-house. I don't know why. I just have a feeling we do. Patient is age 29 and 63 inches. Predicted volume for a 25-year-old 62-inch female is 2250. 25-year-old 64-inch female is 2450. 30-year-old 62-inch female is 2200. And 30-year-old 64-inch female is 2400. So you can see she's right in the range of where she's supposed to be when this test was done on 11/24/25, because her recorded volumes are 2100, 25. Some are better than average. This one's a little bit under average, but everything else was better than average. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. Kelsey's Give, Send, Go is pinned in the chat. If you are in a giving mood today and you care to donate, she would greatly appreciate it, because every hour is billable for her attorneys, and there's a lot of work that's already been done in this case, and they're not even at the trial stage yet. Trial's not scheduled to start until February. She's already sold her home to be able to afford attorneys. There she is. There's one. Jess Gentile says, nurse here, and I deal with respiratory patients daily. Told you there's one. So based on these results, nurse Jess Gentile, you are agreeing with me that she's average or above average for her lung capacity, even though she had a collapsed lung requiring insertion of a chest tube and she had 2 fractured ribs. It seems like she's been able to get her done because she really, 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 really wants to get out of there. And then it says in parentheses, following was listed on the item insert for the predictive nomogram. Inspiratory capacity in milliliters, and then it just has a colon. And this is formula used in the above nomogram published in the American Review of Respiratory Diseases, Official Journal of American Thoracic Society, September 1979. And milliliters, inspiratory capacity measured in milliliters, rounded off to the nearest 50 ml. Patient may use the device in her unit. So praise be, they allowed her to take it back. They allowed her to take it back to her cell and practice. And our respiratory nurse says all patients with rib fractures can do is practice and time, right? And it's been more than 3 months since she was sent back to jail. So the initial returning of Kelsey to jail was on September 11th, and she's been there ever since. And so there's been a good 90 days, 100 days, 113 days, something like that. Only positive energy. Thank you, Maggie. Look at Gigi. Look at Gigi coming in today. She gifted 5 memberships and then she gifted 10 memberships. So welcome to all of the new members who are randomly gifted by YouTube. It has nothing to do with me. But if you did receive a gifted membership, thank you to Gigi. Thanks, Gigi. She's amazing. And look at Oh Sweetie No, gifted another 5 memberships. Thank you, guys. You are so kind and generous to me and to your fellow chatters. You're amazing. Thank you, Oh Sweetie No. And Gigi, we have at least 15 new members today. On top, thanks for your super sticker. Arnreg Thandorth became a new member. So that's at least 16 new members today. So welcome to all of you. You guys are amazing. And I love each and every one of you. And look at Miss Jules is here from Florida. And she says, Mel, respiratory here. Yes, she's doing great. I knew it. We have every kind of occupation in this chat. You guys are wicked smart. You're wicked passionate. You are generous and kind and amazing. And that's the kind of community that we're building here. Because quite frankly, we don't have time for the rest of it. We don't have time for the nonsense or the drama or the hate or the vitriol. And that's why good vibes only today. Thank you, Ms. Jules, for being here. As always. And look at this. Look at this. Ms. Holmes gifted another 5 memberships. Is anybody keeping track? That's 20. Thank you, Ms. Holmes. I love you so much. And Kay Willis is here, and she gifted another 5 memberships. You guys are so generous. And look, Luna says, I'm behind, but I'm a respiratory therapist. Thank you, Kay Willis and Ms. Holmes. Kay Willis is a realtor. She's South Boston for all of your selling or buying needs. Maybe you can get a really good deal in Canton right now. But if you want to get out, Kay Willis is your girl. Agent O'Donnell says, I just drove by the courthouse. No news trucks, no traffic, no supporters, no Mike the dog walker, nada. Well, guess who's going to be there in the courtroom? Our friends, law girls, not attorneys. And she said we could use her feed. So thanks to Amanda. Shout out to Law Girls Not Attorneys podcast. They are mother and daughter. And daughter law girl is 16 years old, and she's so passionate about what she does. And so is her mom, and they're amazing. And I had the opportunity to meet them. I think it was at the Wilbur. And Susan gifted another 5 memberships. Thank you, Susan CR. You guys are in the giving mood today, but please, please, please give to Kelsey. Give to Kelsey. She needs it. And look at this. Bud Brown gifted 10 memberships. Hasn't started yet. No, it starts at 2. Came in early to read the papers. Michael Bryan is there from Justice Served. So shout out to the law girls. They're there and they're getting it done, and we're going to watch it. Thank you, Bud Brown, for gifting 10 memberships. Your sweetheart. And Susan for gifting 5. Hockey KC is here. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too. Not to be outdone, Robin St. Rockin is here, or Robin Street Rockin, or I'm really not sure what it says because it's hard. My eyes are not great. Gifted another 5 memberships. So thank you, Robin. You guys are so amazing. The hearing's going to be shown live because law girls, not attorneys, are inside the courtroom, and they said that we could use their feed because they're amazing. However, I have been advised it's going to be Judge McCarthy-Neyman today. At least she's on the calendar. But think good thoughts only. Because you never know. Maybe people can change. You never know. This is Judge McCarthy-Neyman, if you're not familiar with her. She's the one who sent Kelsey back to jail on September 11th. Thank you, Robin. Again, appreciate you so much. Michael Bryan is there, but I don't know if he's going to be live streaming. Is he going to be live streaming? I don't know. Amanda said I could use her feed, so that's what I'm going to use because I like to get permission. And I'm sure Michael will be cool with it, but I don't know if he's going to be live streaming from inside the courtroom. And I don't know if any mainstream media has a camera. If you find out that mainstream media has a camera in there today, and all of a sudden they decide they're broadcasting it on YouTube, please let me know. This is Judge Kathleen McCarthy-Neyman. Hopefully, she'll use this chance to do the right thing. Don't be a Scrooge, Judge. We would like a Christmas miracle. Thank you so much. BCS says, love you, Melanie, and Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, too. Thank you so much for your 5. Mama Cass says, Merry Christmas, Melanie. We appreciate you being here today. Love you. Hashtag justice for Kelsey. Thank you. Thank you. I did some stuff yesterday. I went to Costco. I braved Costco. Yes, I did. I did, and it really wasn't so bad. Thank you for your 10. Mama Cass. Sammy Biswanger is here. Happy holidays, Sammy. Sammy B. Sammy B, if I recall, Sammy B, you're local to Arkansas, right? Didn't you say you were going to try and go to the Aaron Spencer Aaron Spencer trial? Thank you, Sammy B. And Cupcakes for Justice is here and gifted another 5 memberships because you guys really, truly are so amazing. For those of you who are not familiar with Justin, the North Andover firefighter who set this whole chain of events in motion. Here. It's a little glitchy today. I got to say, it's a little glitchy. I don't know if it's StreamYard. I don't know if it's YouTube, but if I start to glitch, don't worry. Or if I disappear, don't worry. I always come back. This is a post from the North Andover Fire Department on Facebook, October 2nd of 2024. And this says, our North Andover Fire Department family grows once again. Congratulations to firefighter Justin Alayan and his fiancee Kelsey on their engagement. And here they are in happier times. They were supposed to get engaged I mean, they were supposed to be married this October. But then, after whatever happened at the bachelorette party, and then 2 days later, Justin was in court ex parte getting an order to take the baby away and a stay away order against Kelsey. Their wedding was obviously canceled. There's Justin and Kelsey. He was fearful. He said he was fearful for his life and for his baby's life. And there's Kelsey and Justin in happier times. And you can see Kelsey is 5'2", 110 pounds soaking wet, maybe. Maybe. And for those of you who don't know who the judge is protecting here, because he's also afraid of Kelsey, and she needs to keep not only the community safe, but she also needs to keep the victim safe. Here's the victim, the alleged victim. Kelsey's really the victim because she's the one who got shot in the chest, because we've been paying attention. But here's Noonan. Here's the officer who shot Kelsey. And this is a post from August 5th of 2024, which reads, Chief Gray and the North Andover Police Department would like to welcome back Officer Pat Noonan to our ranks. Officer Noonan has almost 20 years of police experience between North Andover PD and Lawrence PD. Great to have you back, Officer Noonan. So apparently in August of 2024, that's when he came back to North Andover PD. Thank you, Cupcakes for Justice. And I mean, not for nothing, but he's kind of jacked. I don't know. Here he is getting his pin, signed in the book. And then here he is in relation to a couple of other officers in the department. He's the third one from the left. But we must protect Noonan from Kelsey. Okay? I'm just saying. Good vibes only. All right. Law Girls Not Attorneys are waiting to be led into the courtroom, and they will be broadcasting live. So we will be playing their feed because they're awesome. And you're going to, please, after this, give them a sub and a like. All right. For today's affirmation for a badass, because, we got to do this every day because we are badasses and we need an affirmation because sometimes you need to manifest things and sometimes they actually happen. I would say most of the time you manifest something enough, it will actually happen. Here it is. Oh, thank you, Gigi, for buying me 5 matcha lattes. She says, you're amazing. I hope you and your family has a wonderful Christmas. And I think that's Gigi. It says Lisa, but I think it's Gigi. If not, Lisa, thank you for the 5 matcha lattes. You're amazing. All right, here we go. We're going to pick one randomly from the middle of the deck. Today's badass affirmation is, ready? For those of you who need to hear it, and even those of you who don't, I'm getting better and better every effing day. And isn't that a perfect one for Kelsey? I'm getting better and better every effing day. Well, just got to give the ring light a chance to adjust. There we go. There we go. So let's see. Isn't that a perfect one for today? Perfect. Somebody got chills. You guys are getting chills. Let's put their feet up so that everyone knows who comes in that we will be able to stream it. And so all of you can go over there and thank them later because Amanda's awesome. And here's the name of their channel. It's Law Girls Not Attorneys Podcast. Doing the Lord's work. So hopefully we can witness a Christmas miracle. Cupcakes for Justice says, I love that affirmation. I just retired and I need those words. Yeah, I'm getting better and better every effing day. And enjoy your retirement from whatever it is that you retired from. I'm retired from practicing law. I still am and always will keep my license as an attorney, but I decided to pivot and do something else. And here I am on YouTube. Imagine that. Who'd have thunk it? You're never too old to dream a new dream. think that Lewis Carroll said that. You're never too old to dream a new dream, and you're not. Charles says, I bet this judge doesn't like Dalmatians. Thank you, Charles, for tuning in from South Africa and for your super chat. And Amy became a new member. Ms. Holmes has been here for 13 months and says, do you get recognized these days at Costco? No, not in New York. Nobody recognizes me in New York. The only place I get recognized is in Boston, and rarely. But I mean, if I'm in an event like the Wilbur or something, of course, I was recognized because people thought I would be there. And so sometimes if you see somebody in a different environment, you might not recognize them. But no, New York, I do not get recognized. Although I will say that when I was down in, all right, I don't know what's happening here. Come back. When I was down south in Hilton Head, actually, I got a delivery to my door of my hotel brought to me by a very lovely woman delivering room service. And I was just out of the shower and in a bathrobe, and I answered the door, and she said, it's your birthday? And I said, no. She said, well, I have a delivery for you. And I said, okay. And she gave me a giant cupcake and a note from someone who works in the hotel who said, Melanie Little, I watch you on YouTube all the time. We are so happy that you're in our hotel. And it was a lovely woman by the name of Paulette, and she was amazing. And so I did go down, and I found her down at a desk, and I thanked her. And it was so crazy in Hilton Head of all places. I guess, the world is watching. Thank you. Thank you, Betsy. Merry Christmas to you too. Thank you for your 10. Thank you so much. Yes, Kathleen McCarthy-Neyman is on the calendar today. Thank you, Betsy, for your 10. And Mon says, who would Kelsey be released to? Well, the prior plan was to have her released to her stepfather and mother at their home. I believe it's somewhere in the county of Essex. I don't remember exactly where they live, and I think I redacted their address on everything that I read. But they have already been cleared. They've run checks on everyone in the home. And so that is where she was supposed to go live. When she was released for 48 hours, that's when she did go. And that's the plan. And she will be there in person today, Kelsey will. Oh, thank you, Luna. I mean, you're welcome for shouting you out. Did I see the comment that the judge came in from her day off for this today? Nope, I didn't see that. I didn't see it. Unless I have receipts on it, I don't like to publicize it. I don't know where you saw it. I mean, if somebody's just commenting on it, I don't know. Listen, I've gotten burned before where I've read a comment in the chat and it turned out to, and I believe people because, like, oh, why would they put something in there that's fake? And then it turned out to be fake, and I'm not going to do it again. I will not be fooled. We won't get fooled again. We won't get fooled again. Shuda, thanks, says, really enjoy being a cupcake, wishing you and your girls a very Merry Christmas and the best year upcoming. I wish the same for you, Shuda. And also for tuning in from across the pond. Thank you so much for your super chat. And Cupcakes for Justice says, praying that things go Kelsey's way today. Me too. Free Dr. Trillboy from Canada says, Merry Christmas. Love, Melanie. Thanks for an awesome 2025. Looking forward to 2026 with you and the Cupcakes. Love from Canada. Thank you so much for your super chat. And Elf, thank you for gifting a membership. Oh, Dakota Girl went over there to Law Girls and said, Melanie Little, I'm glad that she shouted you guys out. I didn't know you existed, and I can't wait to start looking at your presentations. Oh, Dakota Girl, you're awesome for going over there and giving those girls a little love. It's mother and daughter, and they show up to all the things, and they're lovely. They're lovely. Yes, Gigi is Lisa. I thought so. Thank you, Gigi. I appreciate you. Thank you, guys. I did get the decertification decision on Robert Devine. It's something like 36 pages long. And so I haven't had a chance to read it yet. You know what? I have a call-in number. I'm going to call in case for some reason we can't hear the feed on Law Girls. Okay, so just excuse me for 1 minute while I call in, and I'll get that on my phone so that we can try and do both. Maybe we can watch their audio. Hold on.
Not turn from statutes and cases. We're here to explore justice, facts, and so much more.
I want tippy tops, like no information, no names, no streets. I had to do.
Yeah.
Just like,
Great.
it's just one thing.
And that's what we do. I'm at the bottom. I hope it's fun.
Okay, I see Tim Bradle. Michael Bryant's in the courtroom, yeah? I may need to boost the volume on this a little bit. We'll see. But it looks like they have a really good angle today. So shout out to Law Girls Not Attorneys for getting her done.
Okay, thank you. I'll go follow. We'll be ready whenever. Yeah, just do that.
In the end, it sucks.
Yeah, let's get Law Girls to 1,000 subs before Christmas. You guys alone can do that. There's 6,300 of you in the chat right now. We can get them to 1,000 subscribers today, Priya. Once again, Kelsey's Give, Send, Go is pinned for you in the chat if you're in a giving mood today. Every piece of paper drafted by the attorneys costs a lot of money. They bill by the hour. Pastor Prime, thank you so much for your $50 super chat. May God's grace be with you and yours this holiday season. Bless all the cupcakes. You guys are amazing. Truly amazing. Thank you so much for your generosity. I'm going to take my Cash App down, so the one that's up will be for Law Girls for doing the Lord's work. Seize the day you just subbed, and they're only up to 262 subs. We can do this, you guys. We can do it. You can do it. You guys can do it. I know you can. Awesome. I'm waiting for the judge to take the bench. Actually, they have two channels. They have the Law Girls Not Attorneys podcast, which is where they're broadcasting this from. They're at 777 subs. And the Law Girls Not Attorney channels is at 436 subs. So I'm not sure exactly. Looks like most of their videos are living on Law Girls Not Attorneys podcast. So let's focus our attention there. I'm going to copy the link to their channel and put it in the chat for you. There it is. I can't pin it because I already have the Kelsey Fund pinned. It's a little glitchy, their feed, but you know what? It's probably bad Wi-Fi in that courthouse. I wouldn't be surprised. Remember, they just got Wi-Fi in the Norfolk County courthouse before Karen Reed's first trial. They just got Wi-Fi. Comina says they were always there throughout the Karen Reed trials. Yeah. Doing the Lord's work. Thank you guys for doing it, for subbing, because you're awesome.
It's on the text of the video now.
Going into their chat and show them some love too. It's not a competition. I mean, we all share information. So many of you watch more than one creator, and it's not a competition. And I love to help other people, especially other women. It's women helping women. Oh, you guys got them over 1,000 already. See? Told you. You can do it. Here's that badass affirmation for the day. I'm getting better and better every effing day. That's the one we pulled. Almost 6,800 of you here. I would love it if you would all smash the like button in here and smash the like button over there, because the Law Girls are helping us today. Because no mainstream media has chosen to show up, as far as I know.
First, Melon was the oldest girl. She went to boss down the wall, head to head, or something else. I'm not getting it. Go back.
I'm going to listen to the hot mic because, you know.
Both door. That's what it is.
You guys in the chat say group prayer, 1995 model, 1955 model. Lola the good dog, thanks for your 5, says we need a little Christmas right this very minute. Starting with Kelsey going home. Thank you for your 5. Oh, Felicia says $5 Chelsea, $5 Kelsey. Did I say Chelsea? $5 Kelsey Christmas donation challenge. Only if you can afford it. Happy holidays, love ya. Oh, Felicia, she's out there and she's challenging you to a $5 donation challenge. If you can afford it. Every $5 counts. Thank you so much for encouraging others if they can. Thank you, Deanne, for your 20. Merry Christmas to you and your family, too. I love you all so very much. Each and every one of you who chooses to spend so much of your time with me, watching live trials, reading the court papers, discussing the facts, and trying to stay away from drama. Merry Christmas to you, too, Deanne. Ralph says, so proud to be a cupcake. It's been a marvelous year. I love listening to you. Merry Christmas. I love it that you're here. Love it that you're here, Elf. And thank you again for gifting a membership today. Still waiting for the judge. And I guess we'll see when she walks in, if it's Judge McCarthy-Neyman or if it's Judge Drechsler, because we thought it was going to be Judge Drechsler today. And Judge Drechsler seemed very amenable to hearing this motion if there was a change in circumstances. And that was during the last hearing that we covered. Thank you on top for your super sticker. Thank you, Gen X 1968 for your 10. Merry Christmas. Melanie Mods in chat. Here's a little something for you, Melanie. And I will be donating to Kelsey's legal fund as well today.
Court, all right. Court is now in session. You may be seated.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. May I call the case? Calling number 4 on the Session J list for December 23rd, 2025. The Honorable Justice Kathleen McCarthy-Neyman presiding. Como versus KelseyFitzsimmons, 2025, 77 CR 311, scheduled today for a motion hearing. Could counsel please identify themselves for the record?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. James Chipper, Associate with Captain Commonwealth.
Good afternoon, Attorney Kelsey.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Timothy Bradel on behalf of Mr. Fitzsimmons.
Good afternoon, Attorney Bradel.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Martha Coakley on behalf of Defendant KelseyFitzsimmons.
Good afternoon, Attorney Coakley, and good afternoon, Ms. Fitzsimmons, and good afternoon to everybody in the courtroom. So the court is in receipt of a motion by Attorney Bradel, an expedited motion, I guess.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you for having us. Judge, we're really standing on the motion in the sense that, you know, we've done the medical homework, if you will, and Ms. Fitzsimmons is able to muster the appropriate amount of oxygen or deep breath, and she can comply with the terms that the court has requested. We had her visit with the institution nurse and a couple of times, and we're confident that she's able to do it. And I hope that the court will reinstate what the court initially wanted her to undergo.
Okay, I just want to make a couple of notes here. The motion is entitled as an expedited motion, which the court was willing to do, but I do want to point out a few things. That the paperwork that was submitted with the expedited motion indicated that your position is that your client's been able to, in, I guess, your mind, comply with the terms of release since November 24th of 2025. So
Yes.
That's over a month ago.
Yes,
Ms. Fitzsimmons was in court on November 25th in person.
yes.
And I just wanted to be clear that that was not brought to anybody's attention at that point. There were also 2 other dates that were on for hearing, and it was never brought to the court's attention at that time that your client was able to do it. For the record, I just want it to be clear that the court would have been open to hearing this type of information at any time. So I'm just curious why it was filed yesterday as an expedited motion when it seems to the court that there was plenty of time to do it in the regular course of litigation.
Judge, we elected to prosecute the SJC appeal, and that's the reason.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. So I just wanted to make the record clear that from when my motion was written, it was clear that at any time there was a change in circumstances, the court would certainly be open to hear from the defense on it. That was also made, I think, in the Commonwealth's response to the SJC filings. The Commonwealth did indicate that that was certainly an option that you had. The single justice on October 15th also noted that that was something that Ms. Fitzsimmons could do in the event circumstances changed. Then apparently there was medical evidence to support your position over a month ago, November 24th. Again, November 25th, she was in court in person, could have certainly have alerted the court to her condition at that time, and the court certainly would have been open to seeing if she could do the scram. She was then actually December 19th, last Friday, she was in front of Judge Drechsler, and Judge Drechsler actually prompted the defense and brought this issue up with them. And here we are 3 months later, which is about 103 days total, Ms. Fitzsimmons being in custody, and I just wanted to make that clear. So with that said, we'll certainly hear from you. And Attorney Gubitosi, do you have anything to say?
No, I think I would rest on the arguments that I've made 3 or 4 times in the past, so almost position on the 58A and conditions and the like. I don't need to add anything.
Okay.
Couple of things are, so, I have no doubt that if we had brought it up at different times, the court would have entertained it just fine. But, you know, we had a pending appeal going and, you know, we elected to prosecute the appeal.
That's fine.
And it would have mooted the appeal, Your Honor. So that's sort of the legal, justification as well. And, you know, the scores from the nurse at the institution, you know, at the time were average scores. So, you know, it wasn't like she was, you know, having, passing these with flying colors.
Okay,
So it was going in the right direction. It was,
okay.
you know, it wasn't a
No, that's certainly your right. I
grand
just want to
slam,
make
so to
sure
speak.
that the record's clear that this court has been open to this type of motion for 3 months.
I have no doubt.
And
I believe 100%.
The documentation that was submitted indicated that on November 24th, the patient was in no distress and was able to do the, that whatever test is that they
Yes, incentives.
at the institution. So that's fine. So I do want to address a few things. First of all, relative to Ms. Fitzsimmons' mental health, back when I made my order, there were some, there was, I think, some schedules for her to go and see certain providers. Is that still in place?
Yes, absolutely.
So
Your Honor.
can you tell me about that?
So Dr. Zeisel is our retained expert, and he's also treating Ms. Fitzsimmons. And he is ready to go with appointments, and he understands that probation is to be informed of all the appointments and the compliance issues, et cetera. And the other one is Mass General, the Mass General Clinic, and Ms. Fitzsimmons is ready to make those appointments as well, and we'll advise probation of that. No.
Okay, so those were this, I know, did Ms. Fitzsimmons get treatment while she was incarcerated?
No.
Okay,
I mean, she had some visits, but nothing that we would consider any sort of
so
comprehensive treatment.
Dr. Zeisel, that's the doctor that the defense has?
Yes,
Okay,
correct.
and what's his specialty again?
He's a forensic psychologist. I've worked with him for many years, and he's also taken an interest in Ms. Fitzsimmons in the sense of treating her as well as being a consultant for us.
So do you have a treatment plan currently from him, or what was the plan if, back?
So it was, Dr. Zeisel was going to see her twice a week, I believe it was, and then she was going to have at least a weekly with Mass General. And I think that,
And is there a specific doctor at Mass General?
well, Dr. Nisevich, you may recall, is the kind of the head of the team. I don't know if he's going to be specifically on the meetings. I think that's going to be a Zoom type situation.
Okay, so that will be Zoom, and how about Dr. Zeisel?
I believe, if I can say one more.
Sure.
I had a feeling she was going to go there because that report is dated 11/25/25.
The judge is going to be a Zoom with Dr. Zeisel as well, but he's available. He's very flexible. If he feels he wants to see her in person, he will certainly be happy to do that.
Okay, if that's the case, with the appropriate notification to probation. So the previous conditions were GPS probation. Do we have a GPS available?
Yes, we do.
Okay. 24/7 house arrest, except for medical visits, psychiatric visits, attorney visits, and all of that has to be with 48 hours notice to probation. Reside at the home of William Page, and her mom's here today?
Yes, sure.
Lauren, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, could you just come forward?
Okay, she's going to hear from Kelsey's
Could
mom.
you swear her in, please?
Sounds like she's going to let her go today. Cross your fingers and toes.
You solemnly swear to make true answers to such questions put by the court or upon its directions, so help you God.
Yes. So, good afternoon. As you know, my name is Kathleen McCarthy-Neyman. I have a few questions for you. Where are you currently living?
24 Oak Knoll Road in Salem, Mass.
Who lives there with you?
My husband and our daughter Madison.
Okay, so I think the last time that we were in court, it was just you and your husband that were living there, is that right?
No, Madison was too.
Okay, so I'm gonna order again, I know a few months have gone by, but, I'm gonna order that the Board of Probation run BOPs on all the current residents that are going to live there. And also, Ms., your last name's Page, correct?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Page, your daughter, if she's released, then she's gonna be in your custody, do you understand that? And there are certain conditions that are gonna be imposed. They're gonna be the same conditions for the most part that were imposed before, do you understand that?
Yes.
And do I have your word that if it appears that your daughter's gonna be violating any of those terms, that you will in fact contact the probation department?
Yes.
Okay, all right, thank you. So I do want to have a home check at that location, can we do that?
We could do it this afternoon, but I would probably need about a half hour to an hour to get that completed.
Okay,
I could have someone from the Lawrence office do that whole visit.
okay, that would be great, that's a condition precedent to release. And then stay away, have no contact with the named victim in the case, any of the witnesses, and with the child. No alcohol with scrams. The scrams are going to be random, and they're going to be between 6 a.m. in the morning and 11:30 at night. Ms. Fitzsimmons has to sign all the releases again and follow the treatment plans that are in place. I assume Attorney Bradel or Attorney Coakley did the same treatment plan, similar, by Dr. Seisel and Mass General. So for now, it's going to be ordered that Ms. Fitzsimmons have sessions with Dr. Seisel at least twice a week, and by Zoom is fine, and at least one time a week at Mass General under it's Dr. Nisvic, was it?
Nisevich, Nicevic.
Okay, or any
His team.
doctor, somebody on his team.
Thank you.
Okay. Attorney Gubitosi, do you want to be heard on anything?
The only thing that we talked about before, Your Honor, was that she's not to have possession of firearms,
Yes.
dangerous weapons, and there shouldn't be any of those in the home.
Yes, so there's no firearms or dangerous weapons Ms. Fitzsimmons can't be in possession of, and there are to be no firearms or dangerous weapons in the home. Anything else? Attorney Brito?
No, you're wrong. Thank you.
Attorney Guptosi?
No.
So what I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna take about an hour break, and there'll be the home visit conducted, and we're gonna see if Ms. Fitzsimmons can actually do the scram. I understand that it's the defense's position that she can, but we're gonna give her an opportunity to do that, because I wanna make sure if there's any problems, it's brought to my attention today and not on another day. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you very much, Ryan.
All right. Go stand the 30 seconds.
I want to catch them.
We don't know if she's going home. There's going to be an hour. She has not been released. Please do not spread misinformation. They're going to go do a home visit in the next hour. And then if they pass the home visit, then they're going to have her below and make sure that she can do it before she's going to do anything. So please do not spread any misinformation. Don't get too excited, because nothing has been decided. This judge could change her mind in the next hour. She just got cuffed again, as somebody just pointed out. It's hard. The stream is a little bit blurry, and law girls are going to shut their camera off for now. But nothing has been decided, so please do not jump the gun. Please do not go out and report that Kelsey has been released, because she has not. She may be released if they go do a home visit right now in the next hour. Remember what happened last time, August 28th, I believe it was. She agreed to release her, and we watched that hearing, and mainstream media reported that she had been released. She wasn't released until September 8th. So they're going to need to do a home visit in the next hour, apparently. It is right now 2:24 p.m. And the judge wants to see Kelsey blow into the scram device to determine whether or not she's going to let her go today, or if they're going to need to do more background checks. But apparently some people were putting in the chat that the brother needed to move out of the house. Not really sure if that's 100% accurate. I don't have any independent knowledge of that. But the mom did say that the sister was living in the house last time. And so I don't know whether it takes, whether she said, did she say that she was going to do more background checks, or just that she was going to do the home visit? So I'm going to just, maybe we should go back and watch that part again.
Your word that if it appears that your daughter's going to be named victim in the case, any of the witnesses.
Okay, hang on.
Thank you. So I do want to have a home check at that location.
All right, here we go. And this was right after Kelsey's mom spoke. This is a replay of what we just watched, but I want to hear it more because I had a different earbud in. Shout out to Law Girls Not Attorneys for broadcasting this for us. Here we go.
If your daughter's going to be violating any of those terms, that you will in fact contact the probation department? Yes. Okay. All right. Thank you. So I do want to have a home check at that location. Is that, can we do that?
We could do it this afternoon, but I would probably need about a half hour to an hour to get that completed.
Okay.
Okay. And that, it sounds like, I'm not sure who just stood up. I'm not sure if he's with the court. I'm not sure if he's with probation, but he said, he stood up and he's right here. And he said, I would need about a half an hour or an hour to get it done. So they would go over and do a home check like now. Hold on.
Will in fact contact the probation department? Yes. Okay. All right. Thank you. So I do want to have a home check at that location. Is that, can we do that?
We could do it this afternoon, but I would probably need about a half hour to an hour to get that completed.
Okay.
I could have someone from my law's office do that whole visit.
Okay. That would be great. That's a condition precedent to release.
Mastad says that's Jeff January, and the judge said that's a condition precedent to release, meaning I cannot release her until that home check is done. Jeff January, who clearly, from what all of you tell me, because many of you say he's a great guy, including Mastad. Mastad says Jeff January is a great guy. He'll have the Lawrence Mass office do the home check. A lot of you wrote to me and said that Jeff January was the probation officer of a person in your family or someone that you know, and that he was always very kind and willing to help. And we see that because we saw that when we heard it when he testified at the hearing on September 11th. And now he's even willing to go do this. It's Christmas Eve, and they're going to get it done within the next hour.
And then stay away and have no contact with the named victim in the case, any of the witnesses, and with the child. No alcohol with scrams. The scrams are going to be random, and they're going to be between 6 a.m. in the morning and 11:30 at night.
Okay, now she's going to do the scram tests, and they're going to be random. Remember, when Jeff January, he's the assistant chief of probation, testified at the September 11th hearing, he said, we do them on a schedule. That's how we always do them. And the judge went berserk, and she said, what do you mean? That's how you always do them. We wanted this to be random. And then they went back and looked at the order, and she did not order them to be random. But now they are going to be random. Anytime between 6:30 in the morning, 6 in the morning or 6, hold on, I wrote it down, 6 a.m. and 11:30 p.m. They're going to be random now. That is a change. That is a change in the conditions.
Ms. Fitzsimmons has to sign all the releases again and follow the treatment plans that are in place. I assume Attorney Bradel or Attorney Coakley did the same treatment plan, similar, by Dr. Zeisel and Mass General. So for now, it's going to be ordered that Ms. Fitzsimmons have sessions with Dr. Zeisel at least twice a week, and by Zoom is fine, and at least one time a week at Mass General under its Dr. Nisvic, was it?
Nisevich, N-I-C-E-V-I-C.
Okay.
Okay. I just want to point out to you, Kelsey needs your help more than ever, because Dr. Zeisel is a hired expert by the defense. And this judge just ordered that she see him by Zoom twice a week. I'm going to assume, you should never assume, but I'm going to make a leap here. and say that Dr. Zeisel is not on Kelsey's insurance, that whatever she has to pay Dr. Zeisel for twice a week Zoom visits, she's going to have to swallow it and do it because she wants to stay out of jail. And this judge has just ordered that she see him twice a week over Zoom and keep her appointment with Mass General one time a week. And that's okay because she can get permission to leave her house arrest to go do that.
Or any
His team.
doctor, somebody on his team.
Thank you.
Okay. Attorney Gubitos, did you want to be heard on anything?
The only thing that we talked about before, Your Honor, was that she's not to have possession of firearms,
Yes.
dangerous weapons, and there shouldn't be any of those in the home.
Yes, so there's no firearms or dangerous weapons Ms. Fitzsimmons can't be in possession of, and there are to be no firearms or dangerous weapons in the home. Anything else? Attorney Brago.
No, you're not. Thank you.
Attorney Gubitos.
No.
So what I'm going to do though is I'm going to take about an hour break, and there'll be the home visit conducted, and we're going to see if Ms. Fitzsimmons can actually do the scram. I understand that it's the defense's position that she can, but we're going to give her an opportunity to do that because I want to make sure if there's any problems, it's brought to my attention today and not on another day. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you very much, Ryan.
All right.
So they're going to do a home visit. And then I imagine that Assistant Chief Probation Officer Jeff January is going to stick around, and the judge is going to watch Kelsey do that scram monitoring test to make sure that she can do it because she doesn't want to have any problems. And so we wait. We wait. And I don't know if law girls are going to stick around in court, but thank you everyone who gave them a sub and a like for doing the Lord's work. So Kelsey Fitzsimmons has not been released yet. Will she be released today? I hope so. But last time it took 11 days after the judge said she could be released for her to do the background checks and everything else she wanted to do. Hi, Susan. I see that you keep putting this in the chat. She says, it's Christmas. Please give me a free membership as I'm suffering from breast cancer. I'm so sorry about your breast cancer. I'm so sorry. There's no way to gift you specifically a membership because YouTube does it randomly. And so when people gift memberships, it just picks people in the chat that are in the chat and it's totally random. So there's nothing that I can do. Although I do wish you and send you all of the healing vibes and hope that you're doing well. Merry Christmas. Lori says they need Jeff January in order to conduct the test. Therefore, he will stick around. He needs to. And I'm a believer that he is in 100% support of Kelsey. I believe that too. I believe that too, because he did everything that he could during that September 11th hearing. And if you didn't listen to it, we listened to it again yesterday. We only have the audio. And so we listened to it yesterday. And if you haven't listened to it, go back and listen to it later because it's chilling. But we heard him testify and it seemed like he really, really, really wanted to help. He told the judge that she was not in violation, that he would not have violated her, that he saw her in pain and that her pain was apparent. And he did. He's a good guy from all accounts. Read the chat. People in the chat are saying that they know him and that he's really kind. And I think so. I think so too. And I had a feeling that the judge was going to bring up the fact that, listen, this report that you submitted is dated from November 25th. So if she could have breathed into this thing a month ago, why didn't you come back a month ago? I would have entertained it. My understanding of the law in Massachusetts, and if there's any Massachusetts practicing attorneys in the chat, let me know. But I remember researching this, and I remember researching that if the appellate court, if there's a pending appeal, which at the time there was because the SJC full panel had agreed to hear it, that the lower court, the Superior Court, no longer has jurisdiction and it's in the appellate court's hands. Tim Bradel did not say that because this judge seemed to say that she would have entertained this motion. If they ever wanted to bring it, they could have brought it and they never did. And why didn't you bring it? Could have brought it earlier. I always would have entertained it. But you didn't do it. You didn't do it. Why didn't you do it? Why didn't you do it? And Tim Bradel said, because we were waiting for the appeal to be heard. My understanding is this court would not have had jurisdiction until the SJC ruled. And I believe that that is what Judge Drechsler said during the last hearing, You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he said after the SJC is done ruling on this, if there's a change in circumstances, please come back. We will hear you. Mastat said Tim wasn't going to poke the bear. Exactly. He was taking his lumps because it was going Kelsey's way today. That's right. That's right. And if this judge or any Superior Court judge did rule while the appeal was pending, it might not have been valid. And so that was my gut reaction. I hope it gets done today for Kelsey's sake as well. All right. Priya, thank you. I think I addressed this, that Merry Christmas. I'm manifesting Kelsey to be released today. Cupcakes are fire. Thanks, Melanie, for all you fight for. Thank you. Thank you, Priya. And Robin says, it's Robin still rocking. Okay, there's some letters missing in there. So it looks like Saint from Robin still rocking. Instead of rocking Robin, that I had to endure my whole life. I'm a true rocker. Robin is still rocking. She's still rocking. Thanks for being here for 6 months. The Goodmans are here for 15 months. Merry Christmas to you guys, too. I love you guys. And they say free Kelsey. Satu has been here for 16 months. There's your recognition. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Kokomo, Indiana says, you make my surgery recovery work every day. I love you. Oh, I love you too. And I hope that I'm sending you all the healing vibes as well. Hoping that you get better very, very, very soon. And we're happy to entertain you in your recovery. Amy says, 2025, what a year. Wouldn't be the same without Mel in the chat. I know. It wouldn't. Thank you, Nunny of 7 for becoming a new member. Deborah says, Merry Christmas. She's been here for 13 months. We're just waiting to see what happens with this judge. And many of you are donating to Kelsey. And somebody said, you know, a psychiatrist, private one, can charge $300 an hour. And her conditions are now to see Dr. Zeisel twice a week by Zoom. And whatever it costs, it costs. Thank you. I'm Gumby Dammit for donating to Kelsey as well. You guys are amazing. Buzzing for Truth says, free Kelsey, give her a good holiday. Lauren Mars says, Merry Christmas, everyone. Free Kelsey. Thanks for being here for 15 months. We're just kind of in a holding pattern right now. Gen X 1968 says, Merry Christmas, Melanie, mods, and chat. Here's a little something for you. Thank you. She said she'd be donating to Kelsey's fund. Lisa, Merry Christmas to you too. And for being here for 22 months, you're an OG. Rosemarie Jarvis, thank you for your $5 super sticker. I appreciate you. Positive Vibes has been here for 11 months. Merry Christmas to you too. BK sir, 19 months. Melanie wishes Merry Christmas, Melanie. I love you with all my heart. I love you with all my heart too. Yeah, we're going to be holding vigil until we know for sure, says Ruth. And we're here for it. We're here because we're still in a holding pattern. Merry Christmas, Amy Adams. Thanks for being here for 5 months. Kim is a ladybug. It's her birthday. Happy birthday. Maybe you can get a nice birthday present and you can see Kelsey released today. Prayers for Kelsey. She says, thank you, Kim, for being here for 8 months. That girl has been here for 11. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you too. And I love you with all my heart as well. That's a quote from The Godfather, Clemenza's meatball scene. I love you with all my heart. If I don't see you soon, I'm gonna die. Michael, tell the pretty girl you love her. Thank you, Savanita, for being here and for your $5 super sticker. Laura Lynn says, just a reminder, people can also donate with Massachusetts Free Kelsey proceeds. Go to her defense. Hope you get a chance to check it out. Thank you, Laura Lynn, for your 5. Sammy says, I'm a $700 raised for Kelsey from the Christmas challenge. Let's get her to $1,000. It says 1,000. Keep donating. Thank you, Sammy, for being here for 2 months. And Mon says, these people in police judge can just say what they want without pushback. Bradel should argue her physical condition is without pain. I think he did everything that he should have. And I'm okay with it because Jeff January is going to send somebody over there to do a home check like right now. Not a House defendant says, so now you trust probation? I don't know what that means, except for Jeff January has been very helpful to Kelsey. He was helpful to her in the September 11th hearing. He didn't violate her. He said he never would have violated her. And so I don't know if that's addressed to me or someone in the chat, but he's been good to her. And many people in the chat have had experiences with him personally and have said that he has been very fair. So there's that. Thanks for your 2. Julie Douglas says, it's scary a TRO can be granted and a baby taken away from his mother with no hearing and the person is accused and is unable to tell their side. What if the person who filed the TRO was the crazy one? They would have no idea. Right, because Susan got her membership. Yay, did she? That's awesome. That's awesome. Susan got it from Angela. Angela Sanders Books gifted him, and Susan Guy was randomly gifted. Congratulations. That's right. There's no due process. There was no due process. Kelsey did not have the opportunity to be heard. She did not have the opportunity to tell her side, and there was no notice. And apparently that's the way they do these 209A restraining orders in Massachusetts. But what happened next was that very same day that Justin went out and got that 209A order, that very same day was the day that Kelsey was shot, airlifted to the hospital, where she remained for 53 days and had at least 5 surgeries. Thank you very much for your 20, Jolie. Gen X, I am. She's already been out. Why all this again? Well, because things have changed. Remember, it's been 3 months plus since the last time they ran these Corey checks and the last time that they did the background checks, and things could have changed since then. So, I mean, I can see why she would do it. And so the law girls have it up that they're going to be coming back when they come back to court. So praise be. Thank you, all of you, for going over there and subbing to their channel, Law Girls Not Attorneys podcast. And look, they're already up to 1,500 subs because you guys are amazing. Because you guys are amazing. And so I can see why they do it. It's a safety issue. Pink Crown says rewatch. NBC 10 has a close-up of Kelsey Fitzsimmons and the judge. Did they live stream? Because sometimes they do that without telling anyone that they're going to, and they just do it. Well, I don't know where. It's not on their YouTube channel. It's not on their NBC Boston 10 YouTube channel. Hold on, unless they put it up as a video. Where does it live? Pink Crown M, where did you see that? Fan of the Truth-ish says a $1 donation would equal $6,000 if everyone in the chat donated $1. Thank you for pointing that out. Cupcakes can change the world, says Oh Felicia. They had it live, Pink Crown, but it's not on YouTube. Is it on their actual, like, fanbase@mlittlelaw.com. Fanbase@mlittlelaw.com if you want to email me the YouTube link for it. Because I'm on their YouTube page right now, and I just don't see it. Unless I'm blind. Oh, please. Oh, please. I mean, the last live stream they have on there is from. Hold on. Just gonna take this back a second. Oh, please. Upcoming at 3 p.m. NBC 10 has a live feed on their website. Okay, that's different. That is different than the YouTube. Hold on a second. Okay. I will suffer through the ad for you, my cupcakes.
He puts it up, scores!
Oh, please.
8 days of rewards from FanDuel. 'Tis the season to be boosting. FanDuel, play your game.
It doesn't let me pause it, so hang on.
Yes, someone's there. Someone's there. Who's there? Well, who's at the house? Somebody's there. Who is it? I have someone go to the house. Katie's at the house. I will call it whenever you guys are on the way. Okay, we'll be there in like 20 minutes, half an hour. That's fine. Thank you, sir.
I don't know if this is exactly, I think this is live right now. So they're going to be there in 20 minutes to a half an hour. They're going to go do that home visit.
James, last name is Kubatosi, G-U-B as in boy, I-T-O-S.
The only thing is that I can't rewind this because it's like their live feed on their channel. There's Tim Bradle. King. Oh, well, Brown's president. I mean, has she been fired yet? Has she been fired yet? Okay, why is there a homeless person living in one of the Brown buildings? Why? Somebody explain that to me, please. Why is there a homeless person living inside a building where classes are held at Brown? Do they have the worst security ever? Thank you, Pink Crown. Thanks, Noni, for becoming a member. Heather says, genuine question. Why don't we trust Justin? Why don't we trust in Justin? You can ask the chat. I really don't have any opinion on Justin other than things that I'm not going to share with you. But let's say he was angry and Kelsey kicked him out of the house and called off the engagement for reasons that we do not know yet because Kelsey has not had an opportunity to speak. There's always at least 3 sides to every story, right? His side, her side, and the truth. You can ask, Heather, you can ask people in the chat. I don't know him. I don't know anything about him. I don't know anything about his history. Old Ginger, thank you for your $5 super sticker. Yellow Ledbetter is here and says, I think the judge heard negative feedback about her and changed her tune a bit. Also, I miss going to court. Well, I think Salem's really far for you. Yellow Ledbetter was in the courtroom for the Brian Walsh trials. The Brian Walsh trial many days and was our eyes and ears about her jury with her jury observations. And it was awful. I mean, it was awesome. It was. Mr. Crowley, too, gifted 5 memberships. You're awesome. So I guess we're not sure how long this is going to take. And I don't know if the judge is having Kelsey below right now. Glamasu's couldn't make it down there today on such short notice. A lot of traffic probably, too, with everybody out shopping and buying all their last-minute stuff for Christmas. And thank you, Mr. Crowley, for gifting 5 memberships. You're amazing. Oh, Cheech is at the courthouse. Hi, Cheech. She's been here for 22 months, and she says, hi, Melanie Little in chat. It's Cheech. I'm here at the courthouse waiting for them to come back from looking at the house, and that was at 2:38. That was 10 minutes ago. Awesome, Cheech. Let us know. Law girls are there with their camera, and apparently Boston 10 is there, too. We didn't know that before. They've got some live feed up on their website. Maybe we'll watch that one next since they've got a camera in there. Angela Landers Books. Angela Sanders Books gifted 5 memberships. You're awesome. I think Susan got her membership from you. So thank you so much. Lindsay 88. Lindsay, is this you? Lindsay, is this you? Lindsay Catani, is that you? She says, thank you, Melanie, for speaking out in support of women. Listen, Lindsay, what they did to you was horrific in those court papers that Cosgrove filed. And in many other ways, what they did to you was horrific. I've said it a million times, and I've been saying it since the beginning. Releasing your total phone extract, all of it, everything that they did to you was horrific. And you're not alone, because there's so much misogyny in Massachusetts, and we've seen it firsthand. We watched the Penny McGee trial. We saw what happened to Karen Reed. Persecuted twice, lost everything. Sold her house, liquidated her 401ks, lost her jobs. They will stop at nothing to destroy women. Look at what happened to Sandra Birchmore. Sandra Birchmore was murdered allegedly by Matthew Farwell, and they gave him a pass. They ruled it a suicide. It's my pleasure to speak out for women and in support of women, and it's what I've been doing for my entire career, which spans over 3 decades, in which I also represented victims and survivors of all sorts of horrific things, including clergy sex abuse while as children. And I thought I'd seen it all. You know, I really thought I'd seen it all, but what is going on in Massachusetts is really wild to me. The way that they, basically put your sex life and private things that happen to you in public court filings is disgusting. It was disgusting. I was outraged. It outraged me even more. The way that those House defendants used you when they thought it could be helpful to them, like bring you to court in order to get Aiden thrown in jail or make sure he had to leave. The whole thing is disgusting. We saw it happen to you most recently in publicly filed court documents. Karen Reed, Sandra Birchmore, Kelsey Fitzsimmons, and Penny McGee. Just to name a few. I'm here to talk to you anytime you want to talk to me. Just shoot me an email. I'm happy to talk to you because I think what they did to you is disgusting and outrageous. Thanks, Lindsay, for tuning in. Charles says $50 for Kelsey will be my only Christmas present. Oh, that's very nice, Charles. Only if you can afford it. Only if you can afford it. He's here from South Africa. The world is watching. The world is watching. Pin it on the girls. Pin it on the girls. Michael Marcy, that horrific, that blowhard who had the cojones to give a statement outside the courthouse after the Brian Walsh conviction when he had been hiding God knows where since Karen Reed was acquitted. Michael Marcy still has not chosen to prosecute Matthew Farwell, former Stoughton police officer. What does that tell you? Massachusetts is Massachusetts. Robert Devine, who also was involved with Sandra Birchmore and was part of the Police Explorers program when she was 10, 11, 12, 13. He was the head MF in charge of that program. He's been decertified. The decision came out. It's 36 pages long. Finally, maybe they're starting to pay attention. Maybe. They've been trying to shut me up since I started talking about this case in January of 2024. Every single one of them, including that woman who claims to be a former FBI agent on the cesspool of Twitter. She is the reason that I started really screaming loudly about the Karen Reed case, because she tried to make me look like a jackass on court TV when I said that based on my 30 years experience handling car accidents and dog bite cases, that the injuries that John O'Keefe sustained were not caused by a pedestrian versus motor vehicle accident and looked like they came from some kind of an animal attack, maybe a dog attack to his right arm. She tried so hard to make me look like a jackass. What did I do? I went out and I found Garrett Wing, and I got Garrett Wing to come on my show and talk about why the injuries to John O'Keefe's arms were, in his opinion, dog bites. And I haven't shut up since. The reason that Olivia got involved in this case was because I think also because of Coffendorfer. And the reason that Mark Betterow got involved in speaking out about Karen Reed is because Wendy Murphy. So you can thank the trolls for getting us to be loud about this, and I'm not shutting up about it. Because it's the squeaky wheel that gets the grease. Thank you, Kat Randall, for gifting a membership. You're amazing. Jolie, thanks for your 10. So speaking from experience, custody battles bring out the worst in people. It's true. Shocked that this judge takes everything said in the ex's affidavit as gospel about the alcohol. Yeah, also, you know who else did? The SJC, the highest appellate court in Massachusetts, wrote in their decision all kinds of hearsay about people who are witnesses who talk about that she had an alcohol problem and mental illness. And that is in the SJC decision that is going to be published in the books. Thank you, Jolie, for your 10. Thank you, Cortisone, for being here for 6 months and for your thoughts about Judge McCarthy-Neyman. Charissa, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. You're amazing. Did I thank you already? I might have. And also, Cupcakes for Justice gifted another membership. So thanks, Charissa. And Cupcakes for you guys are really the most generous, kind people. And also graceful. You have grace. And you're able to show grace when it's necessary. I mean, why is it hard for people to believe that you can support Karen Reed and what she's been through and her fight for justice, and you can also support Aidan Carney in his fight for justice? Why can't you do both? Why can't both things be true? I don't know what's going on out there with the rage baiters and the agents of chaos trying to divide everybody, but both things can be true. They really can. Because Aidan Carney is charged with however many felonies are left on the table because he was trying to expose the corruption in the Karen Reed case. That's why. That's why he's facing close to 100 years in prison. And yes, that is a real number. It is real because Brian Walsh was just convicted under the same statute. Lying to the police and witness intimidation is the same statute in Massachusetts. And he got 20 years because his lies were related to a life felony of murder that he was convicted for. So he got it doubled to 20, but the real sentence is up to 10 years. So there's no reason why you can't support both. There's no reason why you can't believe in both causes. And anybody who tells you otherwise is a jackass, okay? I'm saying it here first. First, both things can be true. And you can support Lindsay Gattani on her redemption tour because she was used by them too. And she didn't want to report, by the way. She didn't want to report any SA, and they forced her to do it. And they wrote up the report. They shared it out there with everybody. And she said in the last chat she came in here that she was crying and did not want it public, did not want to press charges. Barry Adams says, I hope the ghost of Justice Corrupted visit Kath and Bev over the next few days. In my opinion, looking for an excuse to deny. Get Kelsey in the car and on her way home already. No, they cuffed her, I think, right at the end of it, right? I think they cuffed her right at the end, but she's staying there. They're all staying there until they come back from court. I mean, from the house visit. They went to do a house visit. Karen deserves support. Her life has been destroyed. Her life has been 100% destroyed by what they did to her and from what they did to her and from this persecution that had no merit and no basis and it was in bad faith because John O'Keefe was not hit by a car and a car did not hit John O'Keefe. Okay? And because Aidan Carney went out there and called it out, he's the one facing now almost 100 years in jail, and he deserves support too. And so I don't know why everyone just can't understand that that's a possibility. Both things can be true. Leora says her mom gave address. We can send pretty cards donating to the Kelsey. No, please don't. Please don't reach out to them. Please don't. If I knew that they were going to do that, I would have bleeped it out. Please don't do that. Thank you for donating to the Kelsey Fund. Please do not contact anyone here in this video at all, or anyone out there, because it can be construed the wrong way, and we don't want that. We don't want anybody going after anybody. Although it's a lovely gesture. Many of you wanted to send mail to Kelsey yesterday, and I said in the comments, hold that thought, because maybe she'll get released today, because I knew that this emergency hearing had been scheduled. Merry Christmas to you too, Cindy, retired nurse. Nurses are angels. Nurses are angels. She's been here for 14 months. Merry Christmas to you too. Judy Cole is here. She became a new member. Welcome. I think you're going to like it here. Charma Lily, no. Hold on. First of all, you can support justice without personally supporting and giving money and appearing on the show. I don't know what that means. You can support justice without personally supporting and appearing on the show of an offensive. Okay, well, you're gone. So goodbye to you. Pleasure. Enjoy your trip. Have a wonderful holiday. You seem like a very lovely person. And I'm sure that you are going to be a real pleasure to be around for the holidays, Scrooge. So nice of you to come and to wait 48 hours to be a nasty jackass, but bye-bye. And I just came upon that as I was looking for someone else's chat who said, Kelsey's fundraiser just hit 60 grand. Thank you, Art. And to moms, somebody said in the chat that I'm not going to have a great Christmas because I can't afford to buy my son presents, but I'm going to donate. Don't do it. You can support without doing it financially. Please do not give up anything that you otherwise would have been able to pay for by donating. No, that's not what I'm suggesting. People like to donate at Christmas, and it only if you can. Only if you can. Technical Out is here. Thank you for your 20, says good day. Happy Christmas to me and the cupcakes. My very good memory is Bradel tried to introduce other evidence, and that judge huffed off the bench. Well, we listened to it again yesterday. If you haven't heard the audio recording of the September 11th hearing, and he was like trying to say stuff, and then they just slammed down the stop on the tape recorder, and it cut off there. And Lindsay says, thank you for your 20. I appreciate you so much. Lindsay says, one of these days I'll be freely able to speak about everything without threats or consequences. Please just keep an open mind. Tully and Kate Peter and the Commonwealth are not good people. Oh, we know. we know. We've been paying attention. We know. Tully's everywhere. Tully's behind everything. And we're here for it. We're patient. We're a patient bunch. I'm not even saying for you to come on the show. I don't think that it would be a good thing for you to come on the show and tell your story right now. I'm just saying if you want to talk to somebody, I'll talk to you off the air. I'm not looking for clicks and views and likes and whatever. I mean, is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Lindsay. I don't think it would be a good idea for you to come on the air right now, in my opinion. Tully is hiding in the bushes, says Miss Jessica. Jomar says, my favorite part is when you boot the trolls. Love you so very much. Love you too. Merry Christmas. My chat, my choice. I don't know. I think I need merch. My chat, my choice. Like the First Amendment. The First Amendment, is the government. The Constitution allows you freedom of speech, but you can't be a jerk in my chat. I don't have to put up with it. That's just not the way the Constitution works. So, whatever. My chat, my choice. Thank you, Mike. J. Michael says, thanks for keeping us updated on this case. So concerned about the state of justice and overwhelming corruption in Massachusetts. Thank you for being with me for 18 months. You guys are very loyal. Cupcakes for Justice. Thank you for your $7. Says 7 months here and going strong. Thank you, Melanie, for all the trials you cover. We try and cover it all. And I don't like to do it half-assed because I like to really, when I dig into something, I really like to know what I'm talking about, and I like to give it a deep dive. Somebody put in here, Melody Buzzard's body was found, or her daughter. See, I'm not even familiar with that case at all because I'm so involved in so many other cases, and so I didn't highlight that because I can't speak intelligently to you about it because it's impossible for me to be up to snuff on every single thing that's happening in the news. And so the ones that I pick are the ones where I feel passionate and fiercely that justice should be served. Thank you very much for being here. Cupcakes for Justice and free super chat and Sunflower Day. Merry Christmas to you too. She's been here for 18 months and she's praying for Kelsey also. They just found it early December. They found it in early December, says Jenna. The articles were just posted. If you're just tuning in, we are waiting. We are waiting for probation to go to Kelsey's mom's house to do a home visit. I think they were going to run some background checks and they were going to make sure that Kelsey was able to blow in the tube before the judge makes her final decision. It's Judge McCarthy-Neyman today. Before she makes her final decision on whether or not she's going to release Kelsey and whether it'll be today. Cosmic Bluey, thanks for being here for 11 months. Merry Christmas to you too. No, you're the greatest. You're the greatest. You did miss the hearing, but we are in a holding pattern right now. You missed the initial hearing in which Judge McCarthy-Neyman, who we didn't know was going to be sitting on the bench today because yesterday we thought it was going to be Judge Drechsler, did a 5 minutes or so dissertation in the beginning about, you could have come back at any time. You could have come back at any time. I just want the record to be clear. You could have come back at any time. And the medical, Divine was Stoughton, not Canton. Didn't I say Stoughton? I thought I did. I thought I said he was with the Police Explorer program. Or, oh, sweetie, no, maybe you're correcting someone. Court would have entertained it. They would have entertained it. So we discussed that at length. She made a very, very strong record. And she also dug into the fact that she didn't receive any treatment in person. No psychiatric treatment in person, not in person. She didn't receive any psychiatric treatment while she was in jail. And the answer to that was no, she hasn't. She also said, do you have a treatment plan? Do you have a treatment plan? And he said no, because none was submitted with the papers. But then she inquired further. The judge did. And Tim Bradle said, or the judge ordered that Kelsey see the forensic psychologist, Dr. Zeisel, twice a week by Zoom. And one time a week, she goes to Dr. Nisevic at Massachusetts General, and that the scram testing, if she's able to do it, because we still don't know, must be random. But this home check that they're doing now, they're in the process of doing as we speak, is a condition precedent to Kelsey being released. And so we are waiting. You're the greatest. Thank you. Here for Humanity says, happy day, Mal. You are amazing. Lattes sent. Oh, thank you for sending me some matcha lattes. I'm going to need a lot of them today. Hold, please. Merry Christmas from Mr. Crowley. 19 months is a long-term relationship. Thank you. Desiderata is here and says, Merry Christmas, Melanie Mods and Cupcakes. I love you with all of my heart. Thank you for tuning in from Canada. The world is watching. Heather says, but what if Justin is telling the truth? Just asking. Well, I think that there's always more than one truth. And I think that Kelsey deserves the opportunity to be heard. But don't you? That's what I think. They've already agreed between themselves that Kelsey's not going to have any contact with the baby. And yes, nobody wants another Lindsay Clancy on their plate. Nobody wants it. None of these judges do. And I could see the caution. But I don't think that the way that the North Andover PD served her with the order to take her baby away and served her with a restraining order by her fiance, I don't think that they did it the right way. And if you believe what was written yesterday in the SJC decision, they said that Justin told North Andover PD, oh, by the way, when you go to serve her with this order, she's probably going to try and kill you, the baby, and herself. if they were on actual notice that that was a possibility, don't you think they should have handled it differently? And whether she took her firearm out and pointed it at Noonan or whether she took it out and pointed it at herself, I'm not saying that she should be entitled to a visitation with her child right now. But based on the fact that the grand jury did not indict her on attempted murder and only indicted her on the assault charge, for which she never would receive any jail time based on her history, she's already been in jail longer than she would have been if she's been convicted, and still she's innocent until proven guilty. She's innocent until proven guilty. And I think the way that this is being handled is improper. Mrs. Veck says, didn't the judge say something about redoing background checks when she asked about who lives in the home? Prayers for Kelsey. Yes, and they can do those quickly on the computer. That's something that they can do quickly. So it's going to take longer for them to go and do a home visit than it is for them to run background checks. Thanks for your 5. Coco says, Millie, wouldn't a guardian ad litem be helpful in Kelsey's case? Merry Christmas. For the baby? No, I don't think that it would be. I don't think that it would be in this case because the Superior Court case really has nothing to do with the baby. I don't know what they're going to do in family court, but the baby's only 10 months old. So the baby, I don't see the value in it. And also, I don't know what the Massachusetts procedure is with regard to family court. Mass, if you're in here, you can let me know. Thank you. Merry Christmas, Coco, and thanks for your 5. Thanks, Lance. Tammy became a member. Welcome. Megan says, Christmas challenge accepted. Thanks for being here for 3 months, Megan. Megan's amazing. Under Your Scars says, Merry Christmas. Pray this ends well, but still no baby. I'm so disgusted. Well, remember, that was an agreement. It was an agreement between the parties. And it's always, always better in family court to agree with your co-parent and reach some sort of resolution by agreement than to let a judge decide your family's future. And so that was agreed upon. I'm sorry that you're disgusted. I think we're all disgusted. Thank you for donating again today. Under Your Scars, you're amazing. And thanks for tuning in from Canada and for your super chat. Right. Justin immediately tried to steal her house and get lifetime child support. He just wants the money. That's what Julie6760 said. And yes, Mass Dad is backing me up and says the guardian ad litem would be pointless given the baby's age, right? Baby is, court's back in session. Okay, well, Law Girls isn't up. Who's got it up? Who has it up? Because I'm on Boston 10's website and they don't have it up. Law Girls has a new stream. I thought that's the one that I'm on. All right, hold on. It says live in 16 minutes. I guess I'm on the wrong one. Got it. Don't buffer. Come on, don't buffer on us. Well, it looks like they just got cut off.
Not attorney, covering corruption, shining light. Eyes on courtrooms day and night. You know we're law girls. Not attorneys, law girls. Not attorneys. From statutes and cases, we're here to explore.
Hold on.
Search. How about the home visit?
Here we go. Okay. I was on their feed. But I think what had happened was not the right one. Hold on.
Last time probation and relative to
That's acceptable residence for Ms. Fitzsimmons.
and relative to the probation checks, anything since the last time probation did a search?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything else, Attorney Gubitosi?
No.
Okay. Attorney Brado?
No, Your
Okay. Attorney Copley?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Okay. So, Mr. Clark, you may proceed.
Thank you. May I give a bail warning, Your Honor?
Yes.
The court orders Ms. Fitzsimmons that you recognize for your personal appearance before the court. If you commit a new offense while out on this bail,
I just want to zoom in on her. Hold on. There's Kelsey standing next to Tim Bradle.
your bail can be revoked and you can be held without bail for up to 90 days. Do you understand that warning? You understand the conditions that the court previously outlined, that being GPS not to be released until the GPS is in place, 24/7 house arrest except for medical, court, attorney visits, or psychiatric appointments with 48-hour notice to probation. Reside at 24 Oak Knoll Road in Methuen, Massachusetts. Reside with your mother, Lauren Page, and your stepfather, William Page. No firearms or dangerous weapons in the home. Query checks on all people living in the home. Stay away and have no contact with the victim or witnesses and your child. No alcohol. Scram device with random checks between 6 a.m. and 11:30 p.m. Sign all releases. Follow the treatment plan by Mass General Hospital. Sessions with Dr. Zeisel 2 times per week. 1 time per week session at MGH with Dr. Nisevich. Do you understand all these conditions as the court has outlined?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, and I just wanted to be clear that no one else is to reside in the house other than the people who were approved by the court. Do you understand that, Ms. Fitzsimmons?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
All rise.
It's the Christmas miracle. Woohoo! Sounds like she's gonna go home. It sounds like she's gonna go home. They just have to install the ankle bracelet. I just want to take that back a scooch. This is Courtney, Tim Bradle's amazing paralegal, who does the Lord's work. Where did they take Kelsey? I just want to take it back a second. Okay, there's Kelsey. She's there.
All rise.
Next to Tim. She's going back with court officers. I believe that they are going to put her GPS monitor on, and then hopefully she will be on her way home. What a day. What a day. Kelsey's going home. I'm not crying, you're crying. I'm not crying, you're crying. I don't know. I think, how long does it take to put on the GPS? Mass Dad is here. He says she probably went back to the probation officer to have the bracelet put on. I bet her mom and her stepdad went with her. And I bet that it doesn't take too long, right, to install it. You just, how long could it take? But then she will be released to the custody of her parents. No one else is allowed to live in the home. And no, her sister does not have to move out of the house because they did a check on her sister, right? I think they said nobody else other than the ones that we did checks on, right? I mean, that was done really fast. Could take a couple of hours to release her. People are saying it could, but prayers work. God is good. Praise be. Praise be. Finally, although she's been released under, well, not even the same conditions that she was released under initially, because now they're a little bit stricter. Now she has to have random monitoring. Elaine said that she said only the mother and father. Let me just, let's just rewind that again. Okay, let's rewind it again. I'm going to listen to what the judge says one more time because the audios are kind of low. I'm going to boost it. All right, hang on. So I don't know that the sister would have to move out. I thought she was doing background checks on everyone because the sister was living there the first time. Hold on. She said all three of them, right? She said it's good for three of them, yeah? Mother, father, and daughter Madison. Okay, as long as all three of them. That's good. The judge said only Kelsey's mother and stepfather could live in the house, no one else. Okay, we have a split decision here. So let's go back and listen to it one more time. Only the parents and Kelsey can live in their house. Okay, let's listen to it one more time. Thank you again. Shout out to Law Girls Not Attorneys podcast for allowing us to use their feed. They're in the courtroom. Here we go.
To the probation.
Okay, this is right when the judge walked back in after the home visit. So we're going to listen one more time.
Court, all rise. Court is now in session. You may be seated.
Recalling the case of Commonwealth versus Kelsey Fitzsimmons, 2025, 77 CR 311.
Okay, probation, what about this RAM? Was Fitzsimmons able to do it?
Yes, Your Honor, within Fitzsimmons was able to do it accurately in the probation.
And how,
Okay, so probation tested her for using the scram device, the blow device, and she can do it. Check.
how about the home visit?
The home visit was conducted in an acceptable residence for Ms. Fitzsimmons.
And Mel,
Home visit conducted and acceptable for Ms. Fitzsimmons. Check.
Conducted in an acceptable residence for Ms. Fitzsimmons.
and relative to the probation checks, anything since the last time probation did a search?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, anything else?
Nothing since the last time probation did a search. I guess that means the background search is on stepdad, mom, and sister.
Attorney Gubitosi?
No,
Okay, Attorney Brado?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, Attorney Copley?
no, Your Honor, thank you.
Okay, so, Mr. Clark, you may proceed.
Thank you. May I give a bail warning, Your Honor?
Yes.
The court orders Ms. Fitzsimmons that you recognize for your personal appearance before the court. If you commit a new offense while out on this bail, your bail can be revoked and you can be held without bail for up to 90 days. Do you understand that warning? You understand the conditions that the court previously outlined, that being GPS not to be released until the GPS is in place, 24/7 house arrest except for medical, court, attorney visits, or psychiatric appointments with 48-hour notice to probation. Reside at 24 Oak Knoll Road in Methuen, Massachusetts. Reside with your mother, Lauren Page, and your stepfather, William Page. No firearms or dangerous weapons in the home. Query checks on all people living in the home. Stay away and have no contact with the victim or witnesses and your child. No alcohol, scram device with random checks between 6 a.m. and 11:30 p.m. Sign all releases. Follow the treatment plan by Mass General Hospital. Sessions with Dr. Zeisel 2 times per week. 1 time per week session at MGH with Dr. Nisevich. Do you understand all these conditions as the court has outlined?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, and I just wanted to be clear that no one else is to reside in the house other than the people who were approved by the court. Do you understand that?
Other than the people who were approved by the court, the same people that they ran the checks on, which was mom, stepdad, and sister, because the mom did say the sister's also living in the house. She was living in the house at the first time the judge let her out on conditions. And so that is clarified. She did not say just the mother and stepfather.
Simmons?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
All rise.
And that was it. So I guess whoever said that the sister had to move, or we misunderstood, somebody misunderstood. Probation went to the house. The mother, stepfather, and sister are all allowed to live there. Nobody has to move. Nobody has to move. Kelsey's 29 currently, 29. A lot of super chats to get to. I don't know who's doing a press conference afterwards, or who's going to be airing it. Do you? Somebody said there's going to be one at 2:30, but it's already 3:24, so maybe at 3:30. Let's get to super chats because there's a lot of them. Gigi says, thanks for your 20. Melanie, I was trying to wash that gray right out of my hair and forgot my timer. I have red hair now. Oh, well, my grandbabies have strawberry hair. My hairdresser's going to laugh. I already hear it. I told you so. Oh, thanks, Gigi. Don't worry. It'll all work out. It always does. Thank you for your 20. Crafty K says, here's your year filled with justice for all. Thank you for educating and bringing joy to our lives. I appreciate and admire you. Happy, healthy holidays to all the cupcakes. Thank you so very much for your 10. And hey, it's me, Stacy, became a member. Welcome, Stacy. Glamasu says, isn't it illegal to threaten criminal charges against someone when they are suing you? I think we're back to Lindsay. Yep. Remember something about that from a law class? Well, yeah, to actually put it in actual papers as an attorney, it is part of the ethical rules or the rules of professional responsibility that you don't threaten someone with litigation. But, that's just the rules that I know. Maybe Cosgrove doesn't know that. Thank you for your 5, Glamasus, and for all of your information that you're always willing to share with everyone. Rock Chick says, Merry Christmas, Melanie and cupcakes. Thanks for hanging out with me for 2 months, Rock Chick. Love you. Robin is still rocking and sent a 20 and says, the reason I joined you was I used the rock star expert, Dr. L, for my federal case against police officers, K9s, and one, Dr. Labasada. She's amazing. We love Dr. Labasada. She's an amazing witness and good. I'm so glad that you won. Praise be, Robin. Thanks for your 20. And Christina gifted 5 memberships. You're amazing. You're amazing. Kelsey's going home. Hopefully today. Hopefully. She passed the scram. Yep. She passed the scram. They did a home check. Everything's good. They went to get her ankle monitor installed, and she should be going home today. Heather says, mocking men in domestic violence cases because the alleged abuser is small is very sexist. Being pro-women does not equal anti-men. Maybe he's lying, maybe not. Okay, Heather, you're entitled to your opinion, and I wish you all the best. Maybe he's lying, maybe not. Mocking men in domestic violence cases because the alleged abuser is small is very sexist. I think I was talking about Noonan being afraid of her, but whatever, Heather. Go on about your business. I'm sure that you're just trying to rage bait me and it's not going to work. So move on with your day. Merry Christmas to you. I thank you for your $5 super chat. Thanks on top for your super sticker. And Janet, thanks for becoming a new member. And hey, it's me. Didn't the judge seem sickly sweet attitude makeover? I don't know. Maybe she didn't like the public backlash. Thanks for being here for 6 months. Maybe she didn't like it. Bridget says, Karen doesn't have to talk to anybody. I mean, I wouldn't trust anyone after what happened to her. I have her back always. I think that's the way a lot of people feel. Bridget, thanks for your 5. Sue says, need to make everyone smile and laugh. Chris Albert will be on the next House Defendants podcast. That ought to be hysterical. I'm not promoting them, but I guess you can if you want to. Thanks for your 5. Janelle says, wishing everyone a Merry Christmas. Thank you, Melanie. Love you. Love you too. I love you even more. Thank you for your 10. Mally says, thanks for everything, Mel. Merry Christmas and happy holidays. Cupcakes. Justice for Kelsey, Aiden, and Karen. Yes. Thank you for your 5 and for being a voice of reason. Gigi's back and she says, Mel, you're welcome to start sending those lovely people that do not like to behave to Gigi's house. I have a few open timeout chairs. Oh, thanks, Gigi. Thanks for agreeing to have me rehome these people to you. Okay. Young Jerks is streaming? Okay, let's see. The service outside the courthouse is not great. So let me just see what is happening here. Thank you, Suze. I mean, is Boston 10 going to be outside? Because they do have something up on their website, but I don't know if it's going to be. Oh, please. They've got a feed up for the presser, and they say it's going to start at 3:30, and it is 3:29. So if they have it, thank you, Mike. Thank you, Suze, for checking with Mike. And see, we all try and help each other. We're just trying to help each other. Why can't we all just get along? I don't know. Cancer sucks, but law is fun, says I'll be so happy if she's home for Christmas. Well, it seems like she's going home today. Seems like she's going home today. New Hampshire woman, thank you for your super chat. You have a lovely Christmas too, my love. Kiki says, Merry Christmas. Did I miss the badass affirmation? Yes, good vibes to Kelsey. That judge is a piece of work. Here it is. It says, I'm getting better and better every effing day. That's today's badass affirmation. It's perfect for Kelsey. Perfect. Thank you, Kiki. Shari, thanks for becoming a member. And Buddy's Rough Life gifted 5 memberships. You're amazing. You're amazing. WCVB also has it. All right. Are they on YouTube or on their website? Justice Served has it. Yeah, they're cool. They let me use their feed too. So hang on. Actually, Michael was driving there this morning. He had something. Where does Michael live that he's driving there all the time? It's crazy that he's going up there all the time because he's amazing and he's doing the Lord's work. I see that he's got something from 55 minutes ago, but he's not live right this second. Hang on. As far as I can tell. He lives in Connecticut. Okay, so it's not that far for him, I guess. It's not that far for him. Yeah, I think there might be a press conference too. And Mike has it up like he's going to be streaming it. But I don't see anybody else on YouTube. Hold on, WCVB. Let's see if it's on their website. Oh, please. It's still quite a ride, right? I know. Salem's far. Salem is far. Well, if we can get it, we get it. If we don't, we don't. Young Jerks is streaming. Yeah, I got it up. I got it up over here. So when they go live, I'll pivot over there. Thank you, buddy, for gifting 5 memberships. You're amazing. Jerry says, I love it when you get going. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, you too. Thank you. I appreciate you. Ditzy Girl's been in for a month and says, wishing all the cupcakes the merriest Christmas and Happy New Year from sunny Florida. Happy New Year to you too. And you're lucky that you have sun. It's pretty cold here. Salem is far from everywhere, says Jenna, even the city. Carrie says, hey, Melanie, Channel 10 Boston is doing a series, Small Town Secrets. Wouldn't it be great if they dug into North Andover Police Department, Commissioner Cox, and the House defendants from Canton? Massachusetts corruption must stop. It must stop. Thank you. Thank you, Carrie B, for your 10. I know the weather was crappy. It was snowing this morning when he was driving there. Hallelujah. Merry Christmas, Kelsey, says B Mac. Thanks for being here for 13 months. You're amazing. Real Steve F says, now we can say happy holidays. Spin the bradle. Spin the bradle. Well done. Spin the bradle. Thank you, Steve. Dana says, Merry Christmas from Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. This is my absolute favorite channel in all of YouTube. Well, I am honored. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Mary Malarkey says, hi, Melanie. I'm a mod over there at Young Jerks. Mike, wait, over there at Justice Served or Young Jerks? Because they're both named Mike. Mike interviewed Bradle, but his new phone didn't record it. Oh, boo. Boo. Thank you, Dana, for tuning in from Canada. Mama Smith says, prayers for Kelsey and Merry Christmas to Mel in the chat. Merry Christmas to you too. Sean on your crazy diamond. Hi, Mel. Can she have visits like family Christmas? I don't know. It says nobody's allowed to. Oh, at Mike Crawford. Okay. So it didn't record. All right. Maybe somebody will have maybe somebody will have an interview with Bradle, or I'm sure it'll be on the news later. We can catch it. I don't know. It says nobody else can reside in the house. I don't know if anybody else can come over to the house. I wouldn't risk it. I wouldn't risk violating I don't know the exact answer to that. Shine on you, crazy diamond. I appreciate that you're with me for 3 months, but I wouldn't risk it. Especially on anyone who has failed a Corey check. And thank you so very much for your super generous Shine on you, crazy diamond super chat. Says Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from Germany. Thank you for your €59.99 super chat. You're amazing and so generous. And I wish you a very, very happy holiday season as well. Didn't she have to sell her house? She did. She did. Let's see what you guys did for Law Girls as far as their subscriber base goes. Let's say they were at, I don't remember what, 200 and something subs, and now they're at 1.72, 1,720 subs. So you're awesome. Thank you, Jaja, for buying 5 matcha lattes. Says Merry Christmas to you and all your lovely family. Thanks for your company and your dedication to bringing us all the deets without the drama. Thank you. We'll see if Michael Bryant has it. I don't see a live feed up. Young Jerks had a live feed up, but apparently it didn't record on Mike's phone, so I'm not quite sure. Law Girls might do it. We'll see. I've got them all up. If it comes up when I'm still here, I will. Absolutely. Take a look for it. But I still have a lot of stuff to do. I'm cooking. I'm hosting for Christmas. I got a lot of cooking to do. Danielle Ritter. Hang on. Any rulings on Aaron Spencer motions? If so, have you already done a stream on it? There have been some rulings on Aaron Spencer. I need to catch up on it. It's a lot of homework and a lot of reading for me, and I do have it. I'm just not ready yet. And so I will do it. Trial's coming up end of January. And there were a couple of really bad rulings for Aaron Spencer, actually. Nobody's come out yet. Okay. Thank you. Barbara, thank you very much for your generous 50 through Venmo. Says happy holidays to you and your family. Happy holidays to you. And thank you so very much. I appreciate you so much. Let's see. Andrea, you sent me a link. I'm not sure if they're going to be live, though, as soon as the press conference comes on the website for NBC 10 Boston. Do you know? I mean, I've got it up. We'll see. We'll see if it comes. Okay, Law Girls are out there too. All right, you guys are so collaborative. So collaborative. Oh, thank you, Reed. She says, hi, my name is Reed. I'm sending this on my mom's phone, and we are on a road trip listening to you. I'm 11, and you're my favorite attorney to listen to. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Reed. Merry Christmas to you and your mom. Kyla, you're amazing. Keep fighting for justice, kid. I'm glad that I can keep you company on your road trip, and thank you so very much for your Venmo. You're awesome. Your mom is awesome too, and you both have amazing taste. Thank you, Stacy, for your very generous 50. Says thanks for everything you do. I love your channel. I know it's a lot of work. You're really awesome at it. Merry Christmas. Oh, hey, it's me, Stacy. Thank you so very much. You guys are awesome. Kathleen by Venmo says Merry Christmas. I love your coverage and passion. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Somebody said there's a nursing home explosion in Pennsylvania. Casualties reported. That's horrific. Somebody said Melody Buzzard's body has been found and her mom is arrested. When it rains, it pours, right? Thank you, Kathleen. So very much. Love your coverage and passion. I love you guys for watching. Amber, thank you so very much for buying 3 matcha lattes. She says, I've been following you for ages, but I'm on disability with a fixed income, so I've only been an official cupcake for a short while. Oh, girl, listen, it's never, ever, nothing is ever, ever expected. Your presence is my present. Your presence is my present. And I wear my free Karen Reed Melanie Little Cancun t-shirt with pride. Thanks for adding it back for me. Oh, I love the hat and the amazing hemp bag for inside my purse. Listen, you got all the merch. Congratulations. Thank you so very much. Free Kelsey, free Turtle Boy. Thank you, Amber, for being here. And Susie bought 5 matcha lattes. Says, I love your earrings today. Where can I purchase them? Wishing you a wonderful Christmas and Happy New Year. Thank you so much for all you do. You know what, Susie, thank you for the 5 matcha lattes. I had pinned these into the chat one day. They were on, they're showing 3:30, right? But it's 3:39. So I have it up on my other screen. I think they're sold out. I'll link them again, but I don't think that the last time I put them up, they were sold out. They were from Saks. I think they were like $65. They're made by, wait, I forget who makes them. I'll try and link them again, but if they're not sold out, maybe you can get them. Thanks, Jazia, for your matcha. And she says, Merry Christmas to you and your family. A little donation sent to Kelsey, too. You know why? Because you guys are amazing. You're amazing. Let's put this up in case they come out. Because Young Jerk says they're going to be streaming it. So we'll have it ready. We'll just have it at the ready. Because that's what we do. We pivot. Thank you, Jadzia. Merry Christmas to you. And thank you for donating to Kelsey. I've pinned the Kelsey's link in the chat. She's going to need every penny. She's been court ordered to see that psychiatrist, forensic psychologist, I guess, twice a week. Thank you, Lori, for your Venmo. Says, thanks for all you do. Thank you guys for being interested and for watching. And for Joanne says, it worked. Thank you for all you do. Thank you, Joanne, for your Cash App. I appreciate you. And Delilah, thank you for your Cash App. Says Merry Christmas. Gigi, thank you for your 5 matcha lattes. I think I covered that earlier. Yes, that is true. Robert Devine has been decertified. It's a 36-page opinion that I have not had the opportunity, or decision that I have not had the opportunity to read yet. And Brian Goodman, thank you for your very for having a competition with your wife and always watching me on all of your date nights. It's the Goodmans. Thank you, Brian, for your 20. Says Merry Christmas to you, your family, and cupcakes. Love the Goodmans. Thank you. Love you guys. Merry Christmas to you and your wife Dee as well. All right. Thank you, PJ, for being here for 7 months. Says she needs to be out. Sending a gift box. Thank you so much. For the Truth, thank you for your super sticker. Super chat says Merry Christmas, Melanie and family. Thank you for being here. For the Truth, 1111. And Sandy, girl in Florida, has been here for 20 months and says Merry Christmas, Melanie. I love you. I love you more. I love you more. Anybody boots on the ground? Who knows when, if ever, they will be coming out? Because if it's an hour, I really got to get moving because I really, really got to go to the store and I really don't want to, but I got to. Anthony from Ohio says, how is she on probation when she hasn't been convicted of anything? Well, she's going to be let out on bail, and those are her bail conditions. So she has bail conditions, and probation is the branch that governs her conditions and makes sure that she doesn't violate her conditions. Scott McGinnis is here for 20 months, and he says, Melanie show is always great. Mama of Medic says, in the new year, we need justice for Sandra Birchmore. Yeah. Yes. Well, if you're just tuning in, Kelsey Fitzsimmons is on her way home, almost. They just have to install her ankle bracelet. But they did a home visit. They did a query check on everyone in the house. And once that ankle bracelet is installed, she will be able to go home with her mother and her stepdad. And if you didn't see the hearing, rewind. Shout out to Law Girls Not Attorneys for live streaming from the courtroom. They're awesome. And you guys are so very kind and generous to them as well. I have to do some groceries. Some, not all. I got the meat. That's the most important part, is the meat. But it's already 3:45. She is coming home today. We're hoping. We're hoping we were going to get a press conference here, but it doesn't look like it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm sure that Justice Serve TV will be doing something later. I'm sure that they will. And they usually go live at 6 p.m., I think. That's Justice Serve TV with Linda Kenny Bodden and Michael Bryant. I know that he's there because I saw him driving to court this morning. He was streaming live. And I think Young Jerks also is going to be there outside the courtroom. And I think Law Girls Not Attorneys are also going to be streaming. And so I hope I don't have to come back and give you bad news that she actually didn't get released today, because that happened last time on August 28th. She didn't really go home until September 8th, right? Stay on, Melanie. Coming out in a minute. All right, Cheech. All right, Cheech. I have Young Jerks up. Is Mike going to be doing it? Justice served as having Michael Easter on at 6 p.m. That's awesome. Merry Christmas to Finland. Hannah from Finland is here. It says Merry Christmas from Finland. And her release is on the docket. Awesome. Well, she's been released to probation to get the ankle monitor on. I know the banner is a little misleading, but we're being hopeful. Oh, somebody said Michael Easter was on yesterday. I don't know. That was yesterday with Michael Easter? Okay. So you guys missed it. Go back and watch. I'll give it another minute or two, Cheech. I got to go get the raviolis, the good ones, the big round raviolis from the Italian market. It's probably going to be a zoo. It's probably going to be a zoo at the market, but you know, you got to do what you got to do. Everyone says it was a good show with Michael Easter, so go back and watch it. If you haven't, if you didn't see it yesterday, go back and watch it today. I'm going to give it a couple more minutes. Instacart. Yeah, maybe. I like DoorDash. Maybe they could do that. maybe they could do that. I don't know if they go to the Italian market though. I like to go to the place where they make them homemade, you know? They're putting her bracelet on. Bradle said they're coming out. All right, Cheech. I'm relying on you. Cheech is always boots on the ground for everything, for everybody, everything. Always out there supporting. Charlie says, Merry Christmas from Australia. It's 95 degrees Fahrenheit. What? Wow, you're so lucky. You're so lucky. And thank you, Charlie, for tuning in from down under and for your super chat. Somebody said it, just FYI, it takes many hours to be released usually. Well, maybe he'll at least come out and talk. Wait, Saggy Beach, Brian Walsh was never free. I don't know what you mean, sweetie. Brian Walsh was never free. Why could Brian Walsh have freedom? This is crazy. I am happy but angry. Brian Walsh was never free after he was charged with the murder. He was free on house arrest for his selling fake Andy Warhol paintings on eBay. He was not ever released after he was arrested on the murder charges for Anna. So I think you're confusing two different things. That was for a white collar crime. And he was on, right, that was before he had been sentenced on his federal charges of selling the fake Andy Warhols to an Andy Warhol collector on eBay. Oh, you're all going to make me jealous now. It's 83 in Sarasota. 78 in Arizona. Oh, you guys raised $2,000 today. Her fund, Kelsey's fund is at $60,400. You're amazing. Oh, I see. 60,247 is what I have. Wait, let me refresh the page. 60,402. You guys are amazing. I don't know what it was when we first started the stream. I'm not sure, but I'll allow it. Number one child says, I knew Melanie was going to mention DoorDash with a lot of laughing. It's true. DoorDash saved my life. They go to Home Depot for me. I hate going to Home Depot. I hate it. Usually I have a fake tray because I've had a fake tray because I have very high ceilings in the room where I put it in. I have like a 12-foot tall fake tray that I've had for years since my kids were babies, right? And this year I'm like, I'm going to get a real tray because I don't feel like dealing with that tray. It's a monster. So I had DoorDash bring me from Home Depot a real Christmas tree stand one day because I just did not want to drive around to 10 different stores to try and find a Christmas tree stand. And it was amazing. They bring me all the heavy things that I need from Home Depot that I don't feel like dealing with. Oh, the last time it snowed, I had DoorDash go to Home Depot for me and buy me like a big bucket of salt for the ice. The thing's heavy. I don't want to wrench my back trying to get it. It's awesome. It's fantastic. Sanibel Island, 81 degrees. Oh, it's snowing in Lake Winnie. It's snowing in Lake Winnie. I love Lake Winnie. Let's see what it is around these parts. Law Girls up to 1.78 right now. And that's because you guys are amazing. That's why. $28 degrees in Maine. Do, 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 do. Well, it's gusty here. It's about 39 degrees, which isn't the worst, but it's not the greatest either. See? Miss Jessica says DoorDash delivered a shop vac to me yesterday. I know. It's worth it, right? While you're working, you don't even have time of thinking of going all the way to Home Depot. And that stuff's heavy. I'm happy to tip someone to bring it to me. I really am. Yes, you can totally DoorDash from Home Depot. They'll go to Lowe's. They'll go to Home Depot. I'm against Lowe's right now. I'm striking. I will never go to Lowe's again. Joe Mar says, what? I'm going to start DoorDashing from Home Depot. I was there over an hour last night. Yep. How does that work? Well, you just go on DoorDash. You see what stores are near you. They don't just bring food. They bring whatever you want. They'll bring Home Depot. They'll bring Lowe's, but I'm against Lowe's and I'll tell you why in a minute. And then you go on, they'll go to Target for you and then you tell them what you want. And then sometimes like say you wanted to order something from Target that was not like a thing. Like say you needed one time, shamefully, I was visiting my daughter and she was very sick, but she needed a bathing suit. And so we had DoorDash go and get a bikini for her. And there will be the shopper will send you pictures of what they have in Target and you can pick what you want and they will bring it to you. And it is worth it. Here's what happened at Lowe's. I went and bought a mailbox because I needed a new mailbox. And I got it home and it did not fit on the post of the mailbox that I already had existing, and digging a mailbox post is a pain in the neck. I didn't want to do that, right? So by the time I had the time to go back to Lowe's and bring it back, I was like, here, I just want to exchange this for something that will fit on the post that I currently have, because digging a post and putting all that concrete in there is something that I do not know how to do or want to do. I need the mailbox that fits on the plate that I already have. And they were like, yeah, no, it's past the return time. I said, well, I don't want a refund. I just want to exchange it for one that fits. No. Can't do it. So I'm striking Lowe's. You can return things to Home Depot like whenever you want. It could be used. It could have, as long as you have a receipt, they don't care. I had the receipt. They didn't care. They said it was past the window. I don't have time. I'm very busy, as you know, because I spend all my time with you. So Lowe's is dead to me. They're dead to me. And if you're working all day, it's hard to get there, when they're open. Scooter says the only thing on DoorDash here is Tractor Supply. I don't know where you live, Scooter, but I think Walmart, you can also DoorDash. It depends. It depends on your area. It depends on where you live. So there's that. Yeah, parents do love DoorDash, especially when their kids are sick. Yep. Yes, and I hope everyone tips really well for delivery services. They rely on tips. I agree. Absolutely, 100% agree. Ace Hardware or Home Depot, right? Ace is the place. Ace is the place. No, without the receipt, they would have done nothing for me. They would have done nothing for me. So I highly recommend it. Listen, if you are a person who's short on time and you don't want to drive around to 10 different stores to try and find what you need, but tip your DoorDash driver. Check it out. Listen, I don't get anything from DoorDash. I'm just a huge proponent because I'm here with you all day. And by the time I would even think about getting in my car to go get something, it could be on my front porch. Right? And tip them well. I don't know when they're coming out. Glamasu says I always tip in cash too. If you can, if you don't mind meeting your DoorDash driver, sometimes I'm on the air and so they have to leave it on the porch and I don't get to see them. I try to always tip in cash at restaurants, even if I use a credit card to pay the bill, because I know what it's like to be a waitress. And it is so much better if you can walk out at the end of the night with cash. So I always bring cash when I'm eating out, even if I'm going to pay with a credit card. Tip the waitstaff in cash. Didn't they deliver a laptop charger? They did. Yes, they did. They delivered. Jessica remembers. She says, didn't DoorDash deliver a laptop charger to you during Karen Reed trial too? They did. They did. Because my charger busted and it was on the front porch while I was live. I went down, I got it. I fixed the problem. I'm a solver. I like to solve problems, you know? I know you remember that, right? Oh, well, you guys, I don't know. I don't know when they're coming. I don't know if they're coming. I will direct you. I will tell you. Go watch The Young Jerks or go watch Justice Serves TV tonight. And whoever is going to have it is going to have it. And we will cover it next time I go live. Any comments that are said outside of court. So please tip your servers, tip them well. Please tip your delivery people, tip them well. And also, you know, if you have a covered porch, it's always nice to keep a little basket of snacks and little water bottles for your FedEx, UPS delivery drivers. Because if you're getting a lot of packages, they get thirsty too. And they would probably like a little bit of Pistosa's Italian ravioli on Long Island ships. Is it going to be here today though, Lorraine? Lorraine, I need it like today. I got to go. I got to go to the Italian market. Leave a little basket of snacks if you can out on the porch for all of your delivery drivers. Because if you're like me, you have a lot of deliveries coming every single day. And Jen says, Kelsey's GoFundMe was $58,015 when I tuned in from Tahoe, Nevada. And so now it is up to, let's do one more check. $60,482. So that's at least $2,000. Just because you guys are amazing. Yeah, smile when you're shopping. Smiling makes a difference. Thanks to the moderators for keeping it classy today. I'm sorry I have to leave you, my friends, but I there's just things I just gotta do. I gotta go. I gotta think. I love you with all my heart. If I don't see you soon, I'm gonna die. You will see me if you have your notifications set. If you hit your subscribe button, because then you will always get notifications. Because sometimes I just go live on a whim, which is very, very often. Please smash the like button on your way out. Please comment respectfully, and please stay cool, stay kind, stay classy. I know you can do it. I know you guys can do it because you're amazing, and stay safe. I love you so much. I will see you really, 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 really soon. Peace. Praise be. Kelsey is free.